What's up guys, it's your boy Turnbuster65 back up in this, and today we're back on Anodyne. And if things sound a little differently, it's because, well, for the first half or so of this episode, I completely forgot that I muted my microphone. How I did it? Well, I was doing it because I was recording something else earlier, and I wanted to mute myself just for post-me to do it, which I forgot to do to unmute myself when I was recording this. So yeah, some of this is not going to make sense. I went and highlighted over this poo just as to show what I did last episode, which basically was me going through this area, finding a nice little reference to the Binding of Isaac, which is a popular indie game from the early 2010s. During that time period, I wanted to click on it to see what it did. It just, yeah, you're rolling around in it, which is poo. So yeah, basically we're just recapping here what I've done in terms of this, which I went to a couple of places. We'll say here that I'm just basically looking around because I forgot some things, but our objective here is to essentially unlock these tentacles by going through these caves in order to face off against the second boss of the game. And yeah, I'm going to be talking in terms of ahead because I know what I did here. So yeah, I guess I could just explain what's going on in my daily life then. Well, I guess to give a recap for those that don't know, I currently work as a receptionist in a spa parlor, which is different for a guy, and I promise you my orientation is straight or cisgender, as the term's been used for the past several years, as the trans progression, or basically the openness of sexual proclivity in sexuality in general has been expanded to our minds for the past decade, I would say. So yeah, also, yeah, basically here, I did learn the timing on those. I mean, I generally avoided those beams, but I want to see exactly when it was the timing of when you will get hit, per se. So it's right, I think it was about 3 frames of the flash. I couldn't really tell there, but yeah, there's also this dust cloud. I got confused because it was showing me the dust to go through right here. But obviously I'm supposed to use this dust cloud to go and traverse through the blood, which I was making a joke of using dust to traverse through blood. And the whole ashes to ashes, dust to dust thing. Or did I say that a later episode? I'm not sure now. Oh well, who cares? Anyway, I get this card. I opened this chest to get a key. I thought this was a chest that had a card in it. I think it was that chest. I think that chest has a card in it. Spoilers! Oh well. I'm not going to say what the card is because I actually don't remember what card it is. But I have an idea what it could be. Because I did collect a couple cards in this episode. Ugh. I did, let's see, I don't know if I did mention, but I did look into, I forgot when it was episode 2 or 3 after I recorded one of those 2 episodes into this game, because it did remind me some of Zelda over here, the way it is played in terms of the openness aspect, the different worlds, there being sort of a center of the bee, in terms of, you know, in the village, I think it was Zelda 2 where it had that village that was by the kingdom and such, and as you go around, exiting in multiple ways will take you to multiple areas, that sort of thing. It had that similar thing, and while I was looking into it, I noticed that the definition of this is considered a Zelda-lite. So it's clearly, that's what it is. It's definitely inspired by Zelda. It's a Zelda-lite, which is for a first to me in terms of that terminology. I know for terms for lights and likes, I've heard of roguelikes, I heard of Souls-like games, but Zelda-lite is certainly, it's foreign. It's a first. And this right here, you're supposed to just drag this guy to go over here. I think that was the main basis of puzzles in this one, was using that shelled enemy just to move around and unlock. I do enjoy the simplicity of this game in aspects. I'm not sure if it's fully supposed to be a parody or it's actually supposed to be a game. Because you know there are some games that are built to be on parodies, but people still enjoy. For example, spin-offs, unofficial spin-offs. When FNAF came around, especially during, what was it, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, people made, well, I guess in the first FNAF, there are people that made plenty of spin-offs on FNAF. I remember, well, I was watching Markiplier playing some of these spin-offs over here, and there's one where it was a debauchery, like five nights at F-Boys. I don't like saying the F word for those, so if you don't hear me say the F word, that's why. 5 Nights at F-Boys, where he was playing as Golden Freddy over here, and the simple objective was, I guess, to get laid, but also not to get spooked. It was interesting. What 2014 and 2015 brought you, folks? Yeah, good times. It was also good times. I remember during that time when I got into Markiplier, and then I got into PewDiePie, which I got into PewDiePie actually late 2015, or it was around 2015, somewhere in there, late 2015. So I was going through old videos over here, and there's one game in particular PewDiePie played, which is called Corpse Party, which is a sort of, I guess, not JRPG, but one of those kind of Japanese games. I don't know, like an 8-bit Japanese, not 8-bit, yeah, like 16-bit. What kind of the style? But yeah, the gist of it over here was a horror game where, you know, it was a legit terrifying game over here, but it's based around kind of a high school full of these trapped teenagers where they got suddenly warped into this abandoned haunted high school, and their objective was to survive in here. And there were certainly a few scenes where it popped up the little imagery over here that were very, let's just say, Japan-like, which makes people proud that they've raised the age consent from being 13 to 16. But that happened very few throughout the episodes. I think that's mainly why Pew stopped playing it, was for that over here, because of one of the characters over there, which was 13, there was a upskirt shot of her there, which, yeah, that was, I mean, she was getting scared, but the way it was depicted over there, it's as you were supposed to also feel kind of something, which was kind of, no. And there's sort of just other scenes like that where it's just kind of a, yep, this is a Japan game. Ooh. Okay, well, looks like I found the other key for this, because I need 2 keys for each of these areas over here to get to the tentacle. So I found this first one, and the second one is to the right. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been paying much attention to myself playing through this, which I think that's what some of y'all are not done, which I'm sorry about that. I feel that I should keep on commentating, and I'm worried about being too quiet at certain parts to where there's nothing going on. I don't know. For someone that's not a conversationalist, and that's, I say introverted, I guess I am antisocial. Although I'm trying to be more social, I'm definitely introverted. I just get worried about there being too much silence in a video, but I notice myself just talking more and more to the point where it's just white noise, basically. And I want to provide something riveting. If I don't have anything cool or interesting to say, whether it be about a game or about my life, then I should just shut up. But I'm also afraid whether it's being too much silence and you're just more so watching gameplay than someone commentating while playing the game, which I guess in this case I'm more so doing it kind of a podcast style, because guess who forgot to record themselves while this was happening? Yep, this guy. Now we unlock this, and I think that's at the square up top. I noticed that when you get to all 4 of these, well, there's 5. There's 4 that relate to beating the boss, and then there's the 5th one all the way at the bottom. That's the Binding of Isaac reference, which you would have saw if you watched the last episode. If you didn't, then there you go. That's what that one is. That's why that one's secluded off to a corner and harder to get to than all 4 of these. And then I was looking at the map over here because I think I wanted to go back down there for some reason. I think that's what I was planning to do, was trying to go back down there. Also, I was looking to see what happened over here. If you notice, looking at the exits, they sort of make an anti-cross or a sword. However you want to depict it. It's either a sword projecting a beam or an anti-cross or a mace. There you go, an upside down mace. So you can interpret that as 3 different things. Bingo. Ooh. Now I will say I like this music. I love this area's music to caves. Just the griminess of the little boom, 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 boom. Oh my goodness, I hated doing this. This annoyed me. I wouldn't say I hated doing this. Hate is a strong word. I say this annoyed me heavily because I was trying to navigate through here, but then I realized during all this, I realized after I cleared it out, that I could have just let this ride me. Ah, screw it. I don't care how gay that sounds. I could have just let this coasted me through instead of trying to forcefully go through. And then I was getting annoyed with that because I felt like I wasn't going that far to the left, but yet somehow it felt as if I was taking 5 steps when I was really only inching up not that far. So that annoyed me a little bit. But then we get past that and this freaking Reaper got a big hit range or hitbox. Oof. Goodness gracious. Makes me feel glad that later on, I'm not sure if it's later this episode or if it's... Oh, well there's a card. That's not what I'm talking about, but yeah, I think it's in another episode where I get an important thing that makes the quality of life in this a little bit better. I won't exactly spoil what it is yet for those that have never played the game, and just to at least keep some surprise going. But I got something that made things a little bit better for me going on throughout this playthrough. Right, I think I realized here while I was struggling that I could have just walked up top and then just swam all the way through at the bottom there. I kind of walk up top, take the dust cloud with me, and then actually now I'm realizing that, but even still, I was trying to just force myself to go through this pathway where I could have made it easier on myself, just to say. But right here, eventually I do it, so give myself some credit. And now I don't want to worry about that dust cloud, because I was just trying to see what was on the right side here. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the other pathway. I thought that was the center of it all. That was not the case. Gladly over here, I don't need a dust cloud through this point. I could if I wanted to, but it was not necessary to progress here, as you see. Because the game kindly gives you a dust cloud here. And the assumption that you went this way first, instead of going traversing the left path first, and oh well, there you go. This is the second boss of the game. Each generation is born from pain to die in pain. We will not suffer to reproduce the cycle. We will not go outside. Okay, Grimace. Actually, this looks like Super Meat Boy's dad or grandpa here. Certainly looks like a relative. I was about to say a representative of Super Meat Boy. A relative of Super Meat Boy. But yeah, you get the basis of this boss right here. Just avoid the tentacles, use the dust clouds to just traverse, and then just try to hit him mainly up top. Oof. It certainly got a little scary in a few of these parts right here. I'm trying to avoid them, but it doesn't seem to really hone on you much, which is a little disappointing. I thought it was going to hone on you more, make the boss fight more challenging, but there you go. Do it first try, 0 hits. Is this your punishment for our rebellion? Oh yeah, I was paused right here because I was surprised myself at how easy this was. This was super easy. Oh my goodness. And then get this little heart over here. So now we got 9 pieces of health. There you go. Whew. Now we go over here. We get to our fellow sage. I was trying to take the dust cloud with me. Oh gosh, right. I was freaking drowning over here. I was trying to take the dust cloud. I was trying to move, and then the game kind of paused me right there to try to animate him coming to me. So that's why I was just drowning right here. That's an excellent work, young. You have to conquer not only this monster, but also your own fears to prevail. Yeah, and I also want to conquer the feels of drowning, is what I was saying here. But Yeah, once again, couldn't hear that because I accidentally had my microphone muted. Good job. Good freaking job. Let's see. Oh, is this one I realize? Do I realize it right here? No, I'm still drowning right here. That's why. Maybe I realize it here? I realized it soon. I thought it was for half the episode, but I guess it was throughout this entire recording. I mean, I recorded this, what is today? Sunday? Well, I think Thursday? Wednesday? One of those 2 days I recorded this, so I think it was Wednesday. So yeah, I couldn't exactly remember where, but I know a good part of this I muted myself. I think this is where I realized. Oh. Bro, I was muted that whole time? Oh my god. I was muted that whole freaking time. Go figure. I hate myself. I've muted myself for freaking Tony Hawk and I forgot to unmute my goddamn mic. I'm a retard, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh well, this is gonna be the muted episode. I guess Feature Me is really gonna be carrying. I didn't want to do post audio recordings or commentary of the like, but I guess I have to. I'm gonna be this retarded to do it and discover the second boss fight, which was extremely easy, and do some voice acting on top of that. God dang!
Excellent work, Sage. You had to conquer not only your temperament, but also your own self-respect to deliver such a cheesy line.
Damn. The flower just mocked you right here. That's crazy. What you gotta say about that?
Of course, you still have a long way to go. Have you been exploring the land?
Cleveland? No, but I know LeBron James certainly has.
No, that's not the land I'm talking about.
But this monster also your own fears? Okay. Alright. You're back on the cornball stuff. Cool. Oh, self-respect. Yeah. Okay, so you just... Yeah, I know talking to certain things, you get more lines through. It's one aspect of this game I like. Got something a little unique about it. I got that. Oh, this is a second statue of me. Okay. Statue's firmly in place. So I'm assuming once I do something right, I go back over here and then, yeah. But I'm not done with this area. I mean, I'll go back here just for a quick warp, but... Well, dang. I got this area done. Yeah, look at that. That's that dungeon. And then it's the beach area. Just got done. And this one we don't have a thing in. So I'm assuming those are little crystals or places that we saw and conquered. That's what I'm getting at least. Maybe that's not the case, but who knows. Oh, frick. Alright, these are the OG areas. I completely forgot about these. Okay, I already did a lot. So, you know what though? We're gonna end it off right here. Because I think this is lengthy enough. Except, I'm sorry for the post-recording commentary you're gonna hear. Because, yeah. Maybe it'll be more riveting as that. Think of this as a little podcast episode. But, just to recap over here, we essentially explored back into the Tentacle Lands. We beat the second boss. And we got 9 cards. So, there you go. Yeah, you know what? I'll sign off with noting with the details of the new cards we got.
No, you need braces. No, you need braces.
Knee braces? Dental braces? I'm not sure what to interpret about that.
Are you happy now?
I guess I am. Peace.